All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we're going to take a look at SoundHound and NNOX, both of them must watches come Monday, all right? So tomorrow, obviously. Real interesting stuff here, right? If you watch my SoundHound video on Thursday, I was a little 50-50. I really was. There were some scary things with the volume, but there were some interesting things with the red candle itself, right? And a little bit of a scare. You can see we actually gapped down, and I'll talk about that, but the close is what always matters to me, and that was a beautiful close for a number of reasons, right? So I'll go over all of those. And then, excuse me, sorry about that. NNOX is an interesting one, all right? I will obviously go into details shortly, but NNOX actually has the bigger move. It was it this day? It was this day. It was this day. So NNOX actually moves 100% plus in the after hours day of NVIDIA news, and then basically goes flat instead of SoundHound's obvious up, right? Never loses the 200, and I think it's now getting ready to maybe make another move, basically, hopefully a similar move to SoundHound. So that's what I'm looking for on that one. You know I'm excited about this one, but before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There's plenty of them right here, right? Because I've been tracking this, almost multiple times a week, but there are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, and then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, I am so grateful for your time. I appreciate all the comments, and if you can share this bad boy, oh man, it does wonders for the algorithms, all right? So let's get into SoundHound, and again, I'm going to start a little bit on this Thursday candle because there's a couple interesting things that I just want to highlight, right? First off, I was 50-50, and I think I was leaning on the scarier side for 2 reasons, all right? Number one, this volume definitely scared me on Thursday. I can't pretend it didn't, right? And this is one of the downsides of looking at a stock every single day, right? Like, there are longs that laugh at me that are like, what are you doing? Just like freaking out here and freaking out there, just let it be, right? And yeah, that's definitely part of doing this, right? But yeah, I'm here giving you my thoughts. I'm giving you how I think of things and whatnot, right? But this did scare me a bit. It was definitely the biggest volume over the last few days, to say the least. Basically since right here, right? Since late February. So that did freak me out. But one thing I talked about was, excuse me, sorry about that. I was glad this red candle didn't eat too much of this, all right? So what do I mean? Look, I hate it when you basically have a good day and then the day after just takes away most, if not all, of yesterday's candle, right? That's never a good thing to me. I jokingly call it eating it, right? But you can see all we really took away was about 10% of that candle, nowhere near half, nowhere near worse. And to me, that was an interesting little good thing. That was actually bullish on my side, right? I think my 50-50 really screams in the open, all right? Because look, this candle, this Thursday closes right here, basically, $8.37, all right? The next day, the Friday, actually opens all the way down here at 787. That's scary. That's a drop, to say the least, right? So even in Friday morning, it looked rough, all right? On top of that, I always say this, across any ticker, I assume Friday's a loser day. I do. I feel most people have made their trades during the week. Most people are ready for the weekend. Most people are afraid to hold over the weekend, all right? And when I say most people, I'm obviously talking about short-term movers, right? But to me, I joke about this, but it's real. You never know what CEO, what CFO, what really important person on the executive team is going to get in trouble over the weekend? What would happen if the CFO was found embezzling money, or the CEO was caught with an underage child? Like, there are so many crazy things, and no one can do anything with their shares until Monday morning. Oh my goodness, that's scary, right? So Fridays are always a loser day to me, right? And all of that combined to the open all the way down here, sub 7, that's scary. It really, really is, all right? Nonetheless, I always say it's the reason why I make my videos at the end of the day, right? 1 o'clock my time. The close of regular hours is what matters, okay? That matters way more than inter-day moments, because that's when you get these wicks that end up like crushing people and bag holders and whatever you want to call them, right? But the close did some amazing things, and the biggest thing for me was it did much, much better than the the biggest candle to the left, right? Like, we are, and now I realize that new highs would basically be here and new here, right? But like, I love it when the green candle sets a better high than the last green candle. And that is what we did. We are now up here instead of down here, right? So I don't want to eat too much of the big candle. And then I obviously want to do better so I can expect more, right? I am liking seeing the 8 moving average going up. I am liking seeing the 20 moving average go up. There's still a nice divergence on this MACD. Again, diverging just means 2 lines going away from each other, and we want green to go away from red and go up, 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 right? RSI is flat, but that's a really, really healthy number right there. 66 has plenty of room to go up to 80, let alone look at, geez, look at this, right? Look in the RSI box, the third box kind of in the middle, right? 85, 85, let's just 88, 80. So let's just fast forward a little bit to right here. Come on, I know that has, okay, let's go to right here. 92, 93, 80. Like, this thing knows how to live at the high 80s and 90s, right? So just 66 to 80, just textbook RSI, beautiful. Knowing that we were way higher than that already, oh my goodness, makes me think more, right? And again, one thing I talked about was the beauty of this channel, right? From here to here, from 7 and change to 10 and change, there is nothing but red, 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 and basically nothing from there. That's a little insignificant, nothing to me, right? But this is an extremely fast channel. We actually rode it in after hours in a single moment. We didn't even lose it, and it seems like we're probably going to ride it again. So again, my expectation is coming to this. If you watched, I think it was 2 videos ago, I thought we would go up to 10, come back down to 7, reset some numbers, and then go. That's actually exactly what's happened so far, right? I am a little surprised. Like I said, Friday wasn't a little bit worse, but yeah, lo and behold, right? So look at that, still going up, still going up, still going up. We just golden crossed the 100 over the 200. When a little one goes over a bigger one, that's a golden cross. And that is the goldenest of goldens we can do on this set of 5 right here, right? So lovely to see, lovely to see. It even looks like the 200 is starting to curve its way up, right? So look, I'm telling you, I'm expecting this to go to this 10 number right here, 1070, give or take, right? I'm not here for perfect, but if this was to go down, I would basically put, you can see it in the box over there, $6.90 is probably what I would expect this to be as the low. Maybe we come as low as the 20 moving average around $5.90, but again, I'm expecting this to continue because I love the Friday candle. I don't think we're going to lose the 8, because now what we're doing is proving we can hold and we can bounce, and we don't even have to touch it to keep going, right? Like, this 8 is our friend, all right? This 8 really, really is. It's done it before. It didn't use the 20 well, right? So I'm still kind of hoping, not like, it's weird to say this, but I want to see the 20 work, right? It didn't really do much right here, but yeah, at the minimum, we're still riding the 8, okay? I want to share a comment, all right? Because again, we talk about the good, we talk about a bad, right? And I'm going to show you both sides. Look, I'm going to talk about NNOX, and I said it actually a little bit earlier. I said it right here. I like NNOX. I think it's ready to do another big move, all right? And there's a breakout triangle. You know, I'm not a pattern guy, but love the TK. TK is awesome, all right? Okay, this is the comment, all right? There's a lot of people that are becoming longs on SoundHound, all right? When NVIDIA, when the biggest company in the world, when BlackRock, the biggest fund in the world that has this like mastermind AI trader, when I heard someone mention SoftBank, I mean billions upon billions of investments, right? When all of these big names attach themselves to a little one, our human minds are going to say, yo, I should probably put my money there too. All these big geniuses are doing it. Why wouldn't I, right? And that's creating some like interesting new longs. And look, I think it's a fair comment that they're about to lose everything, right? I think it's a little bit extreme, obviously. And I think TK is talking extreme too, right? And obviously he's not hoping for it. But look, number one, I'm doing my best to keep things in check. When things will look bad, and they will one day, they will, right? I will say it, and I will at least give my opinions. A lot of green that we're seeing is going to turn red. But I think most of the sound longs have actually been here for a long time and been seeing a lot of bleeding. There are these fake longs that are newer, and yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of pain maybe, all right? Because again, we hunt red to green. We hunt that, okay? Unfortunately, the other problem is green does turn to red. It is what it is, right? These are the parabolic moves I love, and I you know what I mean, right? Be careful, all right? Just because NVIDIA put it in, let me actually just show the comment. Look, it was a tiny amount of NVIDIA, and I don't want to use the word tiny because I don't really know it, but yeah, end of the day, NVIDIA's piggy bank is different than mine. That's an easy statement, I can tell you. NVIDIA can lose a lot and still have caviar for everybody on the team, right? I can't lose a lot. I can barely have caviar today. You get what I'm saying, right? So just keep things in perspective, right? Nonetheless, this is still looking beautiful short term, all right? Still looking beautiful, and I have not yet talked above this. I have not yet talked about all-time highs for a reason, all right? We're here to keep it short, and going from 9 to almost 11 is a beautiful double-digit move, all right? Just keep that in mind. Loving the weekly still, and the one thing I talked about the weekly was I wanted to close Friday above this, right? This is the biggest candle to the left. We definitely did better than that, all right? We have a lot of nothing to go, and truth be told, the weekly is saying 1222, all right? I'll draw that. Let's draw 1222. Again, I think this for now is the highest we should think. I still believe this is a really big wall. We actually didn't even touch it on the after hours wick either, all right? So, but yeah, now we have a wall at 12 something. It's kind of the beginnings of the greens up there, but yeah, slow and steady is a good thing, and it's funny to say slow and steady when this thing was sub 2 not that long ago. Clearly not slow or steady in any means, right? Hey, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Let's take a look at NNOX, all right? I'm getting a little bit excited again for NNOX, all right? So really quickly, if you can please subscribe, if you can please share this video online, it does wonders with these algorithms, all right? So I talked about NOX. I don't do fundamental trading, all right? I think if you've watched my videos before, you know I barely know what companies do. I just get enough viewers that say, hey, can you please do this? Hey, can you please do this? In the comments, you see how quick I do it, right? Like, you shoot me a ticker, I'll give you thoughts real quick, okay? NOX is a stock I traded before I was real good at decent at technical analysis, right? I remember trading this IPO. I do. And a lot of the reason I traded this IPO was I love the technology. Look, the name's in it right there. The X imaging, all right? This is the X-ray machine has not been innovated since it was invented. All right. Generally, something's not, and look, I don't know when the X-ray was invented, but like, it's old. All right. I'm going to guess 1800s. All right. Maybe late 1800s. Don't get me wrong. Right. Let's even say 1900s. Like around the car was like 1920s, I think. Right. So like, people know and trust X-rays. Globally, X-rays are used, right? If there's a way to innovate X-rays, why wouldn't most of the world say, yeah, let's do it, right? I'm already used to it. I already trust it. You're going to infuse a little bit of AI that's going to see things that I can't see. You're going to do this, that, and those that are going to make it better. To me, innovating something that's already globally accepted, oh my goodness. I like the scale of what that could do if it happens, I keep stressing that, right, is monstrous. And again, that's actually why I traded it. I remember this bad boy running. I do. And like, I know I'm not showing you my face. You could hear, I got to smile because I remember that trade. All right. Trades. There was a lot of them, but clearly things didn't manifest, right? And clearly losing moving averages would have helped kind of hit eject, and clearly you could have seen the moves up and blah blah blah, right? I'm not here to like, rah rah TA, but what is amazing doesn't always do it, and it takes time and adoption and proving and this and that. All right, what happens here now, we're going to kind of get into the news and the technicals right here, but we get a validation from NVIDIA. All right, when NVIDIA says, hey, I think you're worth my money, that speaks volumes, because again, NVIDIA in my opinion is the king of the stock market. That's inclusive of like real estate stocks that have nothing to do with AI and chips, and like NVIDIA goes up and so does everything. NVIDIA tanks, oh my goodness, everything else. You know what I mean? So when you're validated by that company, oh, amazing things happen. And this actually popped bigger and harder than SoundHound. Not only that, this actually had the better back-to-back day of, because the volumes held. All right, I still remember, I made this video like a while ago, and I remember the words, right? This was a monster pop, bad volume. This day right here was 66%. NNOX was on the same day pushing above 100. This thing was pushing $12 when it was only 6 something the day before. Like this, NNOX crushed it harder. NNOX held volume better and then did nothing. And that silence was a little bit for drastic, right? Like it did nothing. Now, the good thing is when you, let's just zoom in. When you go from 44.2 million shares all the way down to basically 5 as of Friday, right? When you lose almost 90% of your volume, and you know it did on this day when it was only 1.5 million shares, right? Volume, price should tank. If you're losing 90% of your volume, over 90%, price should tank. It didn't. Instead, it held the 200. Very, very interesting that it did. I honestly, and you know what? It looks like the 20 moving average caught up. Instead of what could have been a scary fall, a bad fall, it actually caught up. There were no falls. The 200 and the 20 kind of did their thing. We've actually bounced, and seemingly gone. I like this NNOX setup. I like the volume over the last 4 days. It's definitely been growing. Doesn't look like much, but Thursday and Friday both are over the 15-day average. I do like that. And again, it seems like we did bounce and take off. We are over the 8 and the 20. You know, I'm not a big after hours guy. I don't really trust it much, but that's a good little continued pop right there. I like it, all right? Again, regular hours matters more, and this is the number I do care about. Get me over 1145. Green, red. We actually might take off pretty hard and make our way to 14. Like, I'm going to set an alert. Look, an alert is not an immediate buy notification, but give me a couple pennies over that line. And yeah, please let me know. If it happens at early trading, I am excited to wake up at 6:30 my time, right? Like LA, or 3 hours, right? This is a beautiful channel. And then again, even right here, I can draw a line here, and I don't want to draw any more lines because let's just focus on 14. That's a 40% move from where we're at, 10 something to 14 something, right? So just, we'll keep things in check, but oh my goodness is what I'm expecting if we can get over 1145, all right? Again, Little surprised volume didn't hold. Very surprised volume didn't crash pricing didn't crash as volume didn't hold, but MACD never went negative. It's definitely red over green, right? You know I want green over red, but I think it might be picking up. We are still at a very healthy 58. We can definitely go to a good 80 at least and then go from there. But again, I think if we can break this, some real interesting things will happen. Excuse me. Look at what's happening on the weekly. All right. We are over all the moving averages on the weekly. Again, we tried, couldn't confirm, This isn't necessarily a great one. So it's not like the next week is going to make me say, okay, like I'm still going to want to confirm 2 weeks after. But if we break this and actually make a move, if by Friday we close over this day, if we can close by Friday in the 13s, oh man. Yeah. So some big expectations, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's there and we just need some volume. That's all we need. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Even if you disagree, hey, I appreciate you all so much.